Hello and welcome. My name is Eva and I make automatic writings for the zodiac signs. So, this is your automatic writing. I never know for who I do the writing, for whom I do the writing, because I don't want to be influenced by what I think I know about the zodiac sign. So, this is an interesting message about somebody who is able to maybe understand a language or gets information from another planet and what comes with it. And that there's a new, they are asking you to challenge yourself, that you can hear new things. So I will now shuffle for the zodiac sign. If it doesn't flip out, I will split the deck. Shall we take this one? Aquarius, water carrier, humanitarian generosity, nobility, balance, calm life, communication, absolutely communication, compassion, unselfishness, all elevated suffering, benefactor, care for others, humane, helpful, ethical. Ah, beautiful. So I'm talking to a humanitarian. Um, in my reading, or in this message, actually came out that you are a bit. I had the feeling that you are a bit fed up, maybe with the slowness of the ones around you, or with that they don't get what you get. But I will read you now your message, Aquarius. So this is the drawing is somebody from behind with curly hair, and they are shouting. Came at first, then you don't see the face. They are shouting very very loud, or saying something very very maybe with force, and the thing they read, when I drew this, it was feeling kind of outer spacey. And they and but it's you, and you are reading maybe a light language, or just another language. Not everybody is able to. Absolutely not everybody. You're special to be able to understand something that others don't. Aquarius, shouting it out. Something that not all can read, like a podcaster from another planet shouting, like proclaiming news. They translate, you translate. Are you able to translate a script from another planet, Aquarius, in another planet's language? The hair curly, and like the connection in this brain that listen that listens to this message here. So yours hears, translates inside. So your hearing is a translation inside. It's not with your ears. It's something that you feel much more. So you hear much more than I even know. So, like, if we would make it on this reading, you hear me right now. I have this message for you, but you hear much more than I think I tell you, or is written on much more levels. Oh, how interesting! So out there is someone receiving a message, and what you read is only a small percentage of the information it actually is. The voice that says it all. Okay, so you hear, maybe if you take it on this reading, you hear something in my voice. Of course, we hear stuff, we have much more information than we let in, and you let it in. The voice says it all. The speaking, shouting, you have the ability to hear what is not said, but you do not have the means to prove what you does know is in fact the real information. Like when you know someone is lying to you or themselves only because you hear it. You only because you hear it, you feel it, you hear it. Your bullshit factor, they say, is your bullshit antenna. The feeling of being wrong in this place where still so many aren't able to do what comes to you naturally. So it's a bit on the impatient, and maybe an impatient humanitarian. So you want to help, but you are impatient. So many aren't able to do what comes to you naturally. Whose nature is it? Are you from Earth? Switching focus to here Earth maybe? So you have a new challenge and needn't bother with people who aren't in the same class as you. If you see Earth as a class, as a school, and there's, from kindergarten to like high up, and there's just all these classes, and you are not in the same class as your surroundings. Looking forward again, moving on, challenging your skills to maybe, as we said, translate subliminal, like in the beginning it was about translation, subliminal teachings from within the ether, instead of trying to prove what many aren't willing to hear anyways. That's what many aren't willing to hear anyways. So like let them refine your skills, challenge. Angel songs, radio waves from the stars, we greet you. This is your very interesting, very um, yeah, this feeling of podcast, and that you maybe you can make a podcast from the stars, or you have this ability and they want to um, something wants to confirm your ability if you're not sure, because if we try to prove it, uh, and then we are surrounded by people who aren't even willing to have um, trying to prove what many aren't willing to hear, and they aren't willing to hear. Some are, but we are surrounded by those who aren't usually. And yes, so you have this talent, Aquarius, and it's just a reminder that you can challenge yourself by listening to Earth, the stars, other information that comes in, and um, give it freely as a humanitarian. Give it freely, communicate anyways. um, this balance, yes, this balance between we want to help, uh, and at the same time some think we are crazy, and this balance, and not getting bored, and challenge yourself again. Yes. So this is your message, Aquarius. If you liked it so far, please leave me a like or maybe subscribe. I love to make these messages, and I'm glad that there are quite some people who like it. I will now pull two oracle cards and one of my cards to get some additional information. Oops. The hidden worlds. changing consciousness, awareness, extrasensory perception. You have extrasensory perception, Aquarius. Thus, you hear without hearing the words, maybe even. It's like telepathy, getting information, just this knowing, and maybe it's not important to prove anything. Quicksilver, something is very quick and coming together. I will read these cards later and sum them up for you. Oops, that's too much, please. So, Aquarius. Beautiful. So this is the things that you know, like when I said, when it says the ether, and I don't know if you see it. It should be rocks, like in the mountains, and there's some very little one climbing the rocks, and there's just everything is inside and throughout is like this nanos, you know. Everything is connected, everything is speaking, everything is communicating. All connectedness, pure and exchange of flow of the energy, bridging it all. Now your composition sounds new. Where did you start to change? We don't know. It is not. It is too intertwined, too mysterious to recall. So we call it fortune. This is what is this that is a long time coming, woven in the background, blowing through the wheels of your chakras. It will turn depending on the readiness of your energy fields. Like maybe you have to turn something inside of you to, like a receiver, you know. It comes to my mind right now, like, yeah, the wheels let you experience a big change. This, it will turn depending on the readiness on your energy field. Maybe you are ready to go to a new class. So I will read these cards and come back to you. Well, yes, Aquarius, the cards confirm that you are gifted with being able to see into other worlds, whether it is hearing or just sensing, that the hidden with the extrasensory perception. It's talking also about a little bit about this frustration, about, you know, that we delight in our senses. We are also imprisoned by their limitation, and we miss the other realities all about us, like with this card. And you have to discern what is speaking to you. Either you already sense, but maybe with this, well, because the message said it's frustrating maybe that you cannot prove it, and this is actually the real, yes, that's maybe the challenge, that you stand in in this book. It says, with the quicksilver, that is about a shamanic practitioners of every tradition must acquire the ability to stand at the doorway between worlds. This is no small feat. The Mercury card indicates the grant has a particular gift for such a task, so that you stand between the worlds, even for you, it came out a little bit that what is it really real, or is it airy fairy? What I perceive, it's the gift of quicksilver. It is to slip between worlds. It cannot be pinned down, like with the. It cannot the proof that people, or maybe we ourselves, we want sometimes this proof that it is you know real. It's not easy to pin down or define. So because it's not the same laws in these two worlds. It's talking about the hermetic secrets of alchemy, always sliding away into secrecy, with this somebody that maybe more about people than um, you sense more, about their secrets, but you have no proof, just beyond the alchemist's grasp. Uh, Transition between the physical and the unseen worlds. And with science, it's like both worlds, science and esoteric. Maybe you are yourself somebody who is like fact based and science based, and or we all, we are growing into that actually science proves more and more that it is all much more connected. Yes. And here I wanted to mention this. We will hear the voices of the ancestors. We will sense what we were previously unable to perceive with the voices of the ancestors. Coming back to this shouting and podcast. So this reading shall be a confirmation to somebody who is not, maybe you are not so sure if what you perceive is true or valid, but it is. So this is your message, Aquarius. Thank you very much for listening, and take care. Goodbye.